Thank you, Madam Facilitator. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The deep regrets of the Honorable Vice Prime Minister, Minister of Education. She can't make it. She was supposed to. It so happened that this morning something came up and she has to be present for another meeting. So she's asked me to step in. Small me that I am, I'll try, of course, my best to represent her to the best of my abilities. Having said that, I've always got a problem when I stand over here. I normally don't like to read. I prefer to talk. I prefer to share things. But it so happens that you can't go outside the protocol. So with your permission, Chairperson, Madam Facilitator, I'll be reading the message, as you call it, of the Honorable Vice Prime Minister faithfully, okay? Dr. Omdranath Verma, Chairperson, Open University of Mauritius, Dr. Kaviraj Sukan, Director General, Open University of Mauritius, members of the board of the Open University, faculty, staff, graduates of the Open University, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I wish to start by congratulating all graduates, the members of their family, friends, and well-wishers, as well as the Open University of Mauritius for organizing today's event. It indeed gives me great pleasure to be once again in your midst to celebrate Graduation Day, to be right alongside persons who dedicate themselves to their studies despite the hectic pace of their personal and professional lives. Many of you have had to reconcile the differing and divergent demands of work and studies, but your capped and gowned presence here clearly demonstrates that you've had it in you to overcome all potential hurdles. So, congratulations for that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're undoubtedly aware, this year the Open University of Mauritius is celebrating its 10th anniversary, the anniversary of its existence. I'll take a brief moment to express my appreciation for this higher education institution that has, over the last decade, been constantly widening access to tertiary education, innovatively reaching out to those at the margins of conventional learning and continuously striving to open the doors of knowledge. There have been undoubtedly many challenges on diverse fronts, but your university has continuously met them sustainably, and with its 10 years of positive growth, it has today become one of the leading universities in Mauritius, as well as a prominent provider of distance education in the region. Incidentally, it is one of the few public institutions that fund most of the expenses through their services. So today, while applauding you graduates in a range of undergrad, postgrad, and doctoral programs, I also commend your university for providing open and flexible learning opportunities thanks to the investment in staff development and blended learning that is technology-based and supported. Indeed, we should not be surprised that the OU is now moving towards comprehensive digital transformation with the state-of-the-art online teaching and learning technology of Blackboard. Again, the relevance and quality of the programs on offer remain primordial. They all are being aligned with the framework of the European Credit Transfer System to bolster their breadth, relevance, balance, and mobility across a variety of fields imbued with employability skills. Dear graduates, now that you've got one more qualification under your belt, I would invite you all to commit yourselves to taking the Republic of Mauritius to greater heights. Like all other countries, the last 2 years dominated by the pandemic and more recently the Ukraine conflict had partially slowed down our progressive march. We still have to grapple with the aftermath and impact of these two epochal events. And this is where you come in very forcefully. Your dedicated inputs will definitely play a vital role in empowering our country to face challenges that have a global face and a local impact. Coming together, working hand in hand, and examining our values and aspirations will help to fashion a stronger and better Mauritius amidst various difficulties and uncertainties, not only economic, but also natural, like climate change and flash floods. Hence, one of my strong messages to you today. It is about time that young persons like you contribute towards boosting the innovation capacity of Mauritius in whatever be your field of activity. You would wish to know that the Global Innovation Index, the GII 2022, captures the innovation ecosystem performance of 132 economies. In that index, Mauritius ranks 45th. Certainly, steps need to be taken to improve this ranking. Because of the close correlation between innovation and growth, the world today swears by the drive for innovation, whether that innovation happens to be the sustaining type, that is, making what already exists even more useful and valuable, or whether it is the disruptive type. In a strongly competitive ecosystem, we today realize that businesses, organizations have to work towards common goals and especially can least afford to rest on their laurels. So the real issue is how you, who are our precious human capital, are going to bring about major transformations and improvements in both knowledge and technology outputs. I'm reminded here of a groundbreaking book by Jeff Dial called The Innovator's DNA. I'm sure some of you have come across the book that makes a strong case for innovation as a skill that can be acquired. The following skills, which they call discovery skills, are highlighted as being: 1, the questioning skill that helps to move away from the status quo. 2, observation, so as to gain insights about new ways of doing things. 3, experimenting. And 4, networking with persons from a diversity of backgrounds so as to gain different perspectives. In fact, look at some of the greatest thought leaders and avant-gardist entrepreneurs of the world, and you will certainly see their affinity with these traits. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, I will not be too long and hold you back from the momentous event you are here for. But I would just like to insist upon the fact that a ceremony like today's is also an opportunity for all of you graduates to realize that you are here to both make a statement and also to close one chapter of your life and open another. As you make the ceremonial walk, Just give me 1 second, please, because my finger happened to have touched the wrong place. Yes, indeed. There we go. I hope it hasn't disappeared. Then I'll have to be innovating myself, which I won't mind doing, really. Yeah, but I would like to insist upon the fact that a ceremony like today's is also an opportunity for all of you graduates to realize that you're here to make both a statement and also to close one chapter of your life and open another. As you make the ceremonial walk to pick up your degree, consider some of the core values that accompany that precious piece of paper. It commits you to develop a social conscience, itself preparing the ground for both your civic engagement and an increased global awareness. It's a question of being on the right side of humanity. It condemns you to never relent in the process of lifelong learning, a never-stopping phenomenon that will make you future-ready so that you will always land on your feet and expand your horizons no matter what. And above all, it will remind you that yours is a voice that matters. I always have a soft corner for one of Steve Jobs' famous utterances during precisely such a ceremony when he said, and I quote, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice," unquote. Let these be the core values that you will carry with you in your workplace and other spheres of life. You've successfully learned to be adaptive, self-reliant, inclusive, resourceful, and positive in your outlook towards adversity. These are the embedded gifts that you are graduating with. Cherish them and apply them wherever you go. Dear graduates, once again, I heartily congratulate all of you and your families and friends. I also applaud the staff and management of the Open University for guiding and supporting you along your academic journey. Finally, dear graduates, I certainly hope you'll remain active and strongly contributory alumni of your university and support it through and through in its several activities. May you also have very fulfilling careers enriched with humanistic values. I wish you all the best and thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you.